going on, Jerome's? Training camp is upon us, and the Minnesota Vikings are back. Fans are back. Everything is all good. And head coach Kevin O'Connell fed the local media jackals ahead of the Saturday practice and had some interesting updates. Also, what's interesting is that it's hot in the great state of Minnesota. It's 88 degrees as well as 95% humidity right now. So it's just peachy right now. It's been a weird summer. Anyways, but O'Connell, he's wearing like long underwear material on the shirt. Looks good. Like, I feel like Kevin O'Connell, he wouldn't even sweat. Not a drop. There you go. But said some interesting things, and let's dive in. So first off, Kevin O'Connell and a contingent of Vikings coaches and a couple players went to Khyree's funeral and celebration of life on Friday, along with Isaiah Hazel. It's a tough situation. I thought Kevin O'Connell, who was asked to speak, he said he was honored to be asked to speak at the funeral. I thought that he struck the right tone and was just very good. And I mentioned how the Jackson family will be up for a visit at some point, and also there will be plans to celebrate Khyree at a game. So, yeah, it's just really tough situation, but respect the way the Vikings and O'Connell and the family have handled it. Yeah. So in training camp, he's praised the high energy so far. Looking forward to pads starting next Monday. And so he's preached competition and physicality so far. Now, you don't want to connect the dots and be like, maybe that's why the Vikings have had a couple more injuries in camp so far. Don't want to connect that and knocking on all the wood. Hopefully everyone stays healthy from now on. Some good health news. Griffin seemed to avoid major injury. O'Connell says it's left leg soft tissue, going to take it day by day, and that's probably the best that we could hope for. So yeah, it looked like a lower leg or an ankle, so it could be like a strained calf or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? But glad that Griffin should be ready to rock and roll. But also O'Connell, so he was asked about the competition in the cornerback room specifically, and he hyped up Evans, he hyped up Booth, talking about how they have a second year of experience now in Flores' system, as well as trying to build up confidence in the meeting rooms and then showing it out there on the practice field. And he's emphasized that everyone shoot your shot, just get after things. But he did hint at a possible transaction coming up. He was pretty effusive in the praise of Kwesi as well as potentially some cornerbacks out there. So I think what's going to happen is it makes sense where O'Connell and Flores and Durante Jones and Kwesi are going to take a look, see what they have with some of the young guys at corner. Hopefully Griffin will be back out there soon. Maybe Duke Shelley can get in there. Why the hell not? Maybe Dwight McLaughlin can rise up before making any rash changes at the cornerback spot, which I think it's fine because, the pie in the sky stuff, trading for Lattimore, trading for Reek Woolen, probably not going to happen. But signing of, say, a Stephon Gilmore, even like a J.C. Jackson, I don't think they're necessarily going anywhere. And give yourself a week or two and then reevaluate as you head into preseason. He is intrigued by the new kickoff rules, and basically Judd asked him if he's going to hide what the Vikings are going to do in preseason or a practice with fans there. But O'Connell basically laid it out. It's like, hey, this is new for everyone, and they got to practice, get those reps in. So we're going to be seeing what the Vikings are planning to do. He's excited to see what Matt Daniels and King Kenne are going to be able to do with the kickoff rule. So it's going to be good. Also, Jalen Nailor had a lot of praise for him. Also, rising through adversity. Again, please stay healthy. He did mention that Nailor is working on a lot of things to be able to take on that added workload. So, I don't know, maybe some of the injuries were training related or whatever. But, yeah, I mean, Nailor's got a ton of talent. There's a reason why McCardle was standing on the table to draft him a couple years ago. So, we'll see. I mean, the Vikings definitely do need someone to rise up behind Jefferson and Addison. Also emphasize physicality along the offensive line, which should be a given. You know what I mean? But definitely getting after things there. Also enforcing consistently strain and finishing up front. So it could be a spot, too, where the Vikings are moving away from a little bit more wide zone to more gap. And he talked about how interior pass rush is changing the nature of guard play. So hopefully the Vikings would get a little bit larger up front. Mentioned that Reisner is currently working as a second-team right guard. He's going to be pushing both Ed Ingram at right guard as well as Blake Brandel left guard. Of course, Reisner spent his entire 5-year NFL career at left guard. And also, apparently, McCarthy screwed up his quote the other day. So it's progress is the process, as opposed to process over progress or something like that. But the mantra is there, and I feel like O'Connell, like he does have a good head on his shoulders, and he is true to himself about how this is a work in progress, and the whole thing about the process is don't be results oriented, just go in there, put in the work, and it's like what Bill Walsh always said: the score takes care of itself. Like every single day you show up, you do your job, you get a little bit better, and then magically, all of a sudden, you're winning games, you're winning titles, you're winning silverware, everything. Oh, it's good. But that's it. Your thoughts are thoughts. Kevin O'Connell had a little presser feeding the local media jackals ahead of Saturday back together weekend. Is that what they're calling it? Anyways, let us know your thoughts, our thoughts. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.